Tiff, go ahead. Let's hear it. Let's hear the ugly.
I'm really disappointed in both of you. I'm really disappointed in both of you because you all set me up like this every time. Oh, the defense. We said that 50 times throughout the show, and that's still what you're going to go with, and you're going to still leave the ball in my court for me to be the one to call a spade a spade. But you know what? I'll do it, okay? Let's talk about your boy Caleb and his fumble. Let's talk about it. Let's talk. Hey, we here with the ugly. Let's speak about it.
I want you to be great.
You two act like we can't say nothing about it. He's a rookie. Damn, does that mean he don't know how to play football? He's a rookie. And I'm not jumping on him. He's not the reason. He's not the sole reason we lost yesterday. But let's be real. If you watched that game, yes or no, was that fumble a turning point in the momentum? Up until that point, did it feel like we're getting back into this change?
No.
We have a chance. Yes or no?
No,
You're full of shit. You're full of shit. I'm coming to you, Vince. Are you going to be a liar or a truth teller? Did it feel like we had a chance and we had momentum to maybe get back in that game before that fumble? Yes or no?
If we had scored a touchdown there.
No. It's what I'm saying. Did it feel like we had a chance to get back in the game up until that point? The way the second half was going, when we scored twice in a row, boom, we get the ball back. We moving and shaking. Yes or no? Did it feel like we had a chance to get into that game? And then right after that fumble, did it feel like that shit had fell apart? Yes or no?
The momentum switch side.
Oh, they be so, oh my God, they be so hesitant. Just say yes. It's okay. It's okay. We're not saying we gonna exile.
I just agreed with you. The momentum.
It took pulling teeth. Y'all like, well,
that was the final nail in the coffin. But I didn't feel like if
I already said the game was over.
On the Thanksgiving game, do you feel like he should have called a timeout? Yes or no? We all agree.
Somebody should have called a damn timeout.
Should have called a timeout. But should Caleb, as the QB, yes or no, should he have called a timeout?
I put blame on Eberflus, Caleb, and Thomas Brown.
Okay.
And for that issue. Yes.
So that's a yes. So you're a yes. Okay. Q, let me come to you. Yes or no?
Somebody should have called a timeout. One of the three.
Yeah. Okay, so Caleb should have called a timeout. Yes, you're in the yes column too. Okay, that's all I'm asking for. I don't feel like I should have to pull teeth for y'all to just be honest. So that was my ugly in the game. Hey, the defense was ugly. We covered that every way from Sunday. Okay, but that fumble to me felt like a turning point in the game because coming out in the second half, whether they were playing prevent or not, we had just rattled off 2 scores. And at that time, were we down by only 1 score or were we down by 10? I can't remember. Okay. Yeah. But we were driving and it felt like, okay, we may be doing something. Fumbling, it happens. But that one, it was like, damn, bro, nobody was even around you, my guy. Like, it wasn't like, ooh, we making a play and somebody hit it out. It just, I guess, slipped or whatever happened. So that was kind of like and one other thing I noticed, this is just incidental, but we've seen a lot of receivers, Keenan, DJ, who have not historically dropped passes, dropped a lot of passes. And I don't know if it's just because Caleb is throwing bullets. I don't know what it is, but it's something.
Blame Caleb for their hands not working on Brown.
All of them, their hands have worked everywhere until this point, but this year suddenly their hands don't work. I'm not blaming that on Caleb, but I think they need some more practice, and maybe at some points he needs to know I got to throw it a little soft. Like, for real, like there were 2 or 3 times it hit DJ, he dropped it. It hit, like we've seen several where Keenan dropped it. And again, these are proven receivers who haven't had drop issues in the past. So it's not like they forgot how to catch. So that's just something I noticed. Like, damn, why do these receivers who have been consistent with all kind of quarterbacks throughout their careers, at least DJ, with not the best, you know what I'm saying? And that was something that they mentioned all the time between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Like the way they throw the ball for some receivers, like Pickens, it's easier for them to catch it the way that Russ throws it versus Justin with a little bit more of the bullet. So that was just something I noticed, like, damn, these are receivers who have had careers where they've consistently not dropped passes. And this season, we've seen more drops than ever. So I just want everybody to get on the same page. Maybe they just need to throw to each other more. I don't know what it is, but we've seen a lot of DJ, Keenan, Cole Kmet. That 2-point conversion hit him right in the chest, didn't it? Like, why is everybody not able to catch the ball over and over and over? I don't know. The shit just odd to me. So
I cannot confirm that the McCaskies did purchase a jugs machine and have one up there in Lake Forest. I can't confirm it. So maybe the receivers do need a little bit more time, practicing on their craft. I don't know, but yes, there's an abnormal amount of drops this season. Can you say the quarterback is throwing the ball a little too hard? I remember that was an issue for Brett Favre. Back in his heyday, he was putting a little bit too much mustard.
There you go.
on the pass. And it could be an issue for Caleb as well. I'm not gonna just excuse it out without any prior knowledge, but I'm also not going to say that fault should lie with him as of right now.
Not throwing any fault anywhere. I'm just saying that was something that I noticed in this game. And it was like, this has been happening all season. And everybody drops the ball. Everybody, like, that's a part of football. But this is something we've seen fairly consistently from players in the past where we didn't. That's all I'm saying. No blame is being put anywhere. But I'm just saying they need to get in the lab and start throwing the ball to each other. Like Caleb throwing it to him more. Whether it's bullets, soft pad, I don't care what it is. Figure out how you can throw and catch together.
I think we all agree with that. Everybody needs to get in the lab.
To loosely quote Cole Kmet, there's been a lack of attention to detail and a lack of accountability going back to training camp. This is what he said after the Commanders game. So that could account for some of the guys not being as focused. As far as the drop passes, it's not like these passes look like they have a high degree of difficulty. The one to Cole Kmet,
the one to DJ, he hit him like both of them hit him right. And that's what I'm saying. They're not like
now the one to DJ that he dropped in Detroit. Caleb should have led him. You put it on the back shoulder.
I meant this pass game when it literally hit DJ in the chest.
Now that one DJ, that drop was solely on D. I feel like whenever the ball touches your hands as a receiver, you should bring it in. You're a professional. So, and especially with the modern gloves. However, I really am perplexed by the drops. Like as you stated, Keenan Allen, sure-handed receiver. That's what he's known for. Cole Kmet, I think he was the only receiver last year with more than 70 targets that did not record a drop. And I've seen him drop 2 this year. I think he dropped one. Was it last week? Did he drop an easy one, or the week before? Yeah. So I've seen Kmet drop 2 or 3 this year. So the drops are perplexing. I'm not gonna pile on the Caleb blame like you, Tiff.
Oh no, you all don't want to say anything about it.
Well, I'm saying
the damn ball when no one was around.
I mean. The guy has 7 straight. I could tell you who's not catching Caleb's passes, and that's defenders. 7 straight games without an interception.
Yeah, because he takes the sack instead. 240
passing attempts without an interception.
He's in the 250s. I think he's reached the 250s now.
In the 250s.
This was his first turnover. That fumble that you
first turnover, and Tiff wants to hang him.
Man, like next year, I get it. You being safe with the ball, we love it, but. At some point,
he does have to turn it loose.
You're gonna have to let it fly, though. You're gonna get a pick. That's life. That's a quarterback. At some point, you're gonna have to let it fly. Just like we talk about Eberflus calling the game conservatively and whoopty whoopty whoop. This playing conservative shit ain't working either. So at some point, be careful with the ball. I'm not saying turn it over, but at some point, he's gonna have to trust himself enough to let it fly in some of them circumstances.
We're calling Caleb conservative?
Huh?
We're calling Caleb conservative?
I don't. You know what, Pay? You know what, Pay? Rewatching some. You know what? Rewatching some of these games.
Stop it.
Rewatching some of these games. There's been a couple times where he's been hesitant to let it fly in man coverage and let his guy make a play on the ball. I could point out at least Three times he's taken a sack where I'm looking where there's man coverage across the board. The defense is straight man. Everybody is just manned up, and you got to give your guy a chance to make a play. I mean, sometimes, defenders may be sticky in coverage, but you got a guy one-on-one. You got a commit one-on-one. You got a DJ one-on-one who's not – DJ isn't tall, but as we saw I've seen Justin a couple times, give him a chance to make a 50-50 ball, 50-50 chance on the ball. Cole Kmet, guy 6'6". You got to throw it up there and let him make a play. So, and even in the telecast, I know I'm not tripping because in the telecast, was it
Vilma? It was Jonathan Vilma. He
said sometimes you got to let it go. And I thought I might have been tripping because I'm looking back and I'm saying there's man coverage here. And the guys in your receiver's hip pocket, but you got to let a guy make a play. The receivers are highly paid. Guys like we've seen DJ Moore make acrobatic catches. Keenan Allen's a guy 6'3". Cole Kmet is a guy 6'6". But one thing I did want to point out, Eberflus has drilled into Fields and Caleb Williams' head to play ultra conservative with the ball, and I think that's still lingering. We all thought last year when Justin Fields came out and made a criticism about playing mechanical and how they're having to play, we automatically assumed that was Luke Getsy. We automatically assumed Justin Fields' beef was with Luke Getsy. But we also heard that the Raiders made a push to trade for Justin Fields. I don't think Luke Getsy and Justin Fields, that was the issue. I think Justin Fields' issue was with Eberflus. I think Caleb Williams had an issue with Eberflus too. I think we just automatically assumed that because Getsy was a play caller, that Justin Fields was saying that Getsy was making him play too conservative. I think it was Eberflus the whole time. And I think you can see that with Caleb Williams play this year. This is the guy that was known at USC for having a great deep ball and throwing the ball in the tight windows down the field. We haven't seen that Caleb Williams, and I understand there's a big difference between pros and college, but from what we've heard, Eberflus has drilled it in him to pause, no Diddy, drilled it in him to play conservative and to be careful with the ball.
Yeah, I think that, and I think maybe how the season started, where he was like airing it out a little bit, and he had a few picks to start, and I think it was, like, hey, we don't do that no more. It is to be expected. That's what I'm saying. I'm not faulting him for that, but I'm saying I think it's been overcorrected at this point. It's like, we don't want him to throw picks. Let's not get it twisted. I like streaks of that, but I think it's been overcorrected. You
got to take a chance.
I'm taking a 40-yard sack instead of maybe trusting my guy or at least throwing it away or something.
You got to let that guy win a matchup. Yeah,
I
don't want you throwing in the double coverage. But let a guy like Kmet. I mean, he in the back of the end zone. To be fair, he gave Roma Dunze a chance to high point, and Roma Dunze did it. He high pointed the ball, got both feet in, and it was tight man coverage. Rome did what he was supposed to do. So, I think Caleb shouldn't be in this ugly section. That's what I want to say. He shouldn't be the ugly.
Oh God. Okay, here we go. Can't say nothing about Caleb, and all I said was the fumble was ugly. I didn't say he or his play particularly.
But you couldn't wait.
That fumble was ugly.
To get him in
you all
ugly.
can put whatever bow and flower you want to on it. A fumble when absolutely no one is around you in any way, shape, or form is an ugly play.
I think on that fumble, it looked like he was trying to. Was it a screen pass? And I think at the last minute he decided not to. That's an ugly play, but I don't think of all the ugly that we saw in San Francisco that's the reason we lost. And I don't think we were going to come back.
75 times. Look, I was just trying to, what I'm saying. I was just trying to have a little variety. That's it.
I know your variety is always.
That's why I let you go first, because I'm like, man, one of them is gonna mention this fumble. We have gone the whole game and no one's mentioned it, so someone's gonna mention it. But no, let's continue to. Damn.
I'm just saying, you talk about variety and you always pull up to the same drive-through, Tiff.
No, I don't. Because you all want to say shit. Damn.
Same drive-through.
No, I don't.
Eating the same combo
on my good list several weeks.
Let me order the number 11. Heavy on the Caleb criticism, please.
That's a lot. Heavy on the throwing flowers. Oh, we only had 2 yards. Well, let's throw the flowers. Oh, 2 total yards of offense. Let's throw the flowers. Get out
I
of
don't
here.
think I've praised Caleb today until you
over-criticized. You praised him today for what?
Well, because you over-criticized the man. You want to
come on, man. We talking about this game. It's not much to praise for this game for nobody.
There's nothing to praise from this game,
exactly.
Except for Roma Dunty.
Thanks for listening to this latest edition from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel. Whether you listen to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or watch it on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop. And all my homies from Chicago, we say 3 things: bear down, go Cubs go, and sell the team, Jerry.